people will come to me with a laundry list of symptoms, and I don't focus on that. I address it, and you can use certain tools for that, certain tools for situations where you got to manage whatever. But no, let's get your lifestyle in order, clean out the stuff that that's not serving you, and what's going to nourish you. And like you just said, all of a sudden, oh, my migraines are gone, or my sister loses 30 pounds in 3 months, by doing liver flushes and clean up her diet a little bit, but no calorie restriction, effortlessly for the most part. So, I mean, once you know how the body works, and it's such a tragedy that people have been indoctrinated on purpose to reach for drugs, and the whole allopathic system has taken over, and they have no idea how their body works.
Mm-hmm.
None whatsoever.
The traditional Chinese medicine system is old. It's an old system, and at that time, healthcare was not a business. It was not a business. It was really about keeping people alive. Keeping people alive in this hard world. And first they were classifying it in 3 categories: upper medicine, middle medicine, and lower medicine. The upper medicine was all about lifestyle. So the task of the doctor was to teach people, inform people what was the good lifestyle. If you check the Chinese, and it's still very active nowadays, they will eat things in the winter, things in the summer to cool the body. They will have all kinds of food and exercises in order to self-balance. They know what to do in terms of lifestyle to manage most of it. And then when something goes wrong, they go see the traditional Chinese medicine doctor who use natural methods. He will use diet, he will use acupuncture, he will use massage, he will suggest some exercises, he will suggest like some stress management thing. Okay. And this is the middle medicine. And the lower medicine is like if you are in extreme pain and if you are threatened, if your life is threatened, then okay, surgery and chemicals. Mm-hmm. This lower medicine is not about bringing people back to health. It's not about that. It's about saving lives, and it's meant to be temporary, very short term. Yeah. Okay. Very short term. So it can be taken over by the natural medicine, by the food and all this, and lifestyle to bring back. So people say, out, I don't need you anymore. You're free to fly by yourself again. Okay. We send that back. It's not about stay with me. I make money out of you. And this is what we got stuck in the allopathic medicine system. They will never tell you what to do to be healthy. And they will, even on the contrary, they will try to lower and ridicule the natural means that could bring you back to health. So it keeps you into this circle. You're not dying, but you're not getting healthy. Okay. And it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but in the fact, when you understand, you can see clearly that that's what it is, because it's not possible that in 2023, that the highest authority of health doesn't know that.
Right.
This is not possible. This is not possible. It's like you just don't want to see that, or you don't want it to be at the 5 o'clock news.
So the allopathic model, the allopathic doctors, which is your MDs, in case anyone is listening that doesn't understand what I mean by allopathic, is acute care. That's what you just described, your emergencies, and it's temporary. It's acute. It means something's happening right now that is temporary in nature, and you need help to get through it. What they've overstepped, they've got out of their lane, is they're now trying to treat chronic conditions, which is probably brought on by stuff that they're doing to them, but chronic conditions that they're not trained to do that at all. They're not a chronic care; they're acute care. And so somebody comes in with, oftentimes it's a chronic issue, and they're treating it as if it's an acute situation, and it's not, and it's lifestyle related more than likely, or could be thought patterns and emotions. And German New Medicine, we'll talk about that, triggers and traumas. If the basic person, the average person, could understand just that much, then they would see the allopathic, see their doctors, the family doctors in their mind. They would see them differently.
I have an example, like very close to me, my mom, for example. My mom at the age of 37, something happened and she got diagnosed with high blood pressure at 37. She was young. And she got medicated. She's 85 now. When she got in 21, she got a blood clot in the right leg, and her leg just got swollen. And so I sent her like a box of mycelia, and immediately her leg, reduced, and she was like back to normal. But she was so impressed by that she kept taking that. I sent her 9 bottles. 2 years later, I have a call with her, and she said, "You know what happened this week?" She said, I was in the kitchen and I suddenly got dizzy and got drenched in sweat, and I sat on the floor, so I don't hurt myself. And she took her blood pressure, and her blood pressure was low. And the physicians say, take your blood pressure, but if your pressure is low or normal, don't take the high blood pressure pills, right? Because that will be dangerous. Right. So she started to do that because she has like a blood pressure machine at home, and every day she didn't need anymore. And she still doesn't need. She doesn't have high blood pressure anymore.
Okay.
And she's
so the mycelia
48 years on medication, and after 2 years on just one thing that she got excited about, one liquid enzyme, she got, just what happened. I don't know exactly what happened. We were not shooting for this. It was just something that happened without knowing. And she said, I can't see what else it could be. It's like, there's nothing else in that changed except of this.
Yeah. Cleaning out so mycelia is specifically for the blood. Is that it?
Inflammation is a blood cleanser. It's a blood clot. Okay. It dissolves blood clot. There's 15 kinds of mushrooms in it with reishi and polysaccharides.
Okay. Yeah. Mushroom sugars.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Wow, that's huge. That's a really great testimonial just from one product. The pressure in the veins builds up because it's trying to get through. It's thick. The blood is thick, and
influencing for those 2 years, without knowing. So that means probably 6 months later, if she would have been, her issue would have been addressed when she was 37 by a natural healthcare professional, she would have probably been normal, and she would not have developed atherosclerosis.